Hi everyone. Today's video has 3 points and you're going to want to stick around because the third point is a secret as to the number one way to use social media to get your books to sell. So the topic we're hitting today is social media won't sell your books. 3 things that will. By the end of this video, you're going to know why social media is a complete waste of time if you're relying upon it in order to get your books to sell. You're going to have the information necessary to follow the simple steps to get your book to sell with better techniques, and you're going to feel great because you're not going to be wasting your time and money on ineffective strategies when it comes to marketing and selling your books. So let's get into it. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com, where self-publishing doesn't have to be so hard. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like for me to make more videos like this one as we race towards 1,000 subscribers. We're getting close. And check out below in the description and grab a copy of my absolutely free self-publishing checklist to make sure that you are not making the mistakes when it comes to getting your book self-published and selling. So let's get into it. From my own story, when I first got started, I had put my very first book on the market, and then I jumped onto Facebook groups where I found other authors who were also talking about how to get their books also to sell. But there was something that I found a little odd on these groups. It was that these authors, what were they doing most of the time? They were thinking that simply by copying the link from their Amazon sales page and posting in these groups, that by spamming other self-published authors, that this would be the key to getting their books to take off, which I found to be a little strange. But I may have even participated a little bit myself. And how many sales did I get? Well, the answer is I wasn't making any sales at all. Nothing was going through. It wasn't working one bit. So, and for these other authors, I asked them as well, and it wasn't working. But they figured that if you just keep on doing this, you just keep on posting, that eventually somebody is going to buy, and then you can get a snowball effect, which is complete insanity. It has absolutely nothing. I even was posting my books on Twitter. I found a program that would post every, I don't know what it would be, every hour. It would post one of the links to the books on there, and I was like, wow, look, I could even see the traffic coming through, but in reality, it was just bots. It wasn't any people, because the real question at the end of the day is, how many sales are you actually making on your books? And what was the problem with this whole Facebook or social media strategy? The answer is, it was the wrong audience at the wrong time, and that combination means no sales. The thing is that the people in these groups, they felt like they were actually doing something. In other words, I'm not doing nothing. I'm posting. I'm so busy using my time posting into these groups, so that should count for something, right? Well, no, it doesn't count at all. The fact is that some work is actually the opposite. It's not only a waste of your time and money, it's sucking your time that you could be using high-powered strategies to get your books to sell, building an audience and such, which is what we're going to hit in the 3 answers for today. So let's get into it. Social media won't sell your books. 3 things that will. So the first thing is, you have to understand that people buy from people they know, like, and trust. The KLT factor of things. This is so important, and so many people want to jump over this. This is the key issue, which is that familiarity, and this is something that I help my coaching clients. You can check out below if you need help with your books on coaching, to moving through these steps in order to help you build and find your audience. So that's the first group that we're going to be looking at. So you can use content marketing as I go through my content marketing course, or you can just start a blog and start putting things on out there so that people will be able to start finding you, your books, and your material. We have to, at some point, start building an audience, and the best time is today. And once those people like you enough, they're going to be willing to give you an email address. And from that email address, now we have the most powerful and important asset you possibly can have, because we can contact them without the gatekeepers of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of these people deciding how much it's going to cost to contact them. It's permission-based marketing. People have given you their permission. They can exit at any time they want. We're not spamming people. These people are actually interested in our things. So I have people on my email list who join on a regular basis and some people who leave. And this is just acceptable churn as we go forward in time, as the list continues to get larger and larger with this audience that's being built of people who know, like, and trust. And when the timing is right, they will make the purchase. And that's kind of the biggest issue that I want you to know, is that people buy when you have an offer that meets the needs that they have, their felt problems, at the right time with the right audience. So you have a problem, you have an audience who also has that problem, let's say boredom, for example, and you're meeting them at the right time, you have the right audience. That combination will result in you seeing sales. Now, in order to get these people to even know and like and trust us, they're going to need to be able to see us a lot. Now, not by spamming Facebook groups, but by rather putting content out onto the market or using paid ads in order, as they're coming in, they're going to keep on seeing your cover. They're looking for one thing, but your book also meets the same needs. So for example, if you have a book on puppy training, we'd be targeting the keyword puppy training. And so other people with their puppy training books are going to see your ads right next to their books. And so the average person, when they're seeing that, they're going to say, wow, I see you everywhere. You have both your presence on with the content marketing that you're doing by putting out content, videos, podcasts, or blogs. You're getting them on your email list, informing them, and you're running ads against them at the same time. So they're getting to see you on a regular basis. The results of this are quite surprising for so many authors, because the combination of this means they're going to be very familiar with you. And now it's just a question of, is it the right audience? Do they have that need right now? Because if they do, they will do everything in their power to go about buying your books. So that's something that, and it takes time to build up. So for those of you I've had chats with and you know who you are, if you don't have your book on the market, this is going to make it really hard. So even a low quality book is better than no books on the market. So get your books onto the market and start building the audience. And I was even listening to somebody yesterday, somebody who I know, like, and trust myself, and they were commenting also on this same issue, which is that the email list is by far the most important thing when it comes to authors. So you're really going to want to get started with that almost before anything else. So you're going to give them something free. Figure out what your audience wants for free. You're going to give that to them, and we're going to start building that up, because that's the key in order to get our reviews for our books and then moving forward. And this is not a waste of time. These are the things that are going to be necessary to move the needle forward on your book. Now, none of this, you've noticed, is social media. But let's get to the secret tip of the day, the third tip, and that is that once you build familiarity by using your ads and your content marketing, which you can check out my course below in the description on content marketing, show you exactly what you need to do step by step, then and only then will putting offers in front of the relevant social media channels start working for you. So we've already built the know, like, and trust, and then we can just share this on social media to those very same people. You can buy ads on social media, or you can just post in groups with people, not groups of self-published authors. That's completely worthless. Not in these freebie groups where everybody in there just wants free books. That's also a complete waste, but groups that are interested. So for example, if you're writing a book on some sort of a Harry Potter type of fiction, then you're going to go to maybe Harry Potter and fantasy young adult groups where you can push your books to those groups. But it won't be effective. They will not even be tempted to buy your book unless they already have an idea who you are, and you're going to be sticking to just one topic with your author's name. So the name you're using for your book, it shouldn't be 50 different types and genres of books. It will be confusing to your audience. I had another friend, an author friend, who had put on the market hundreds and hundreds of books. And the thing was, is they were all over the place. And then on his email list, he would send these emails saying, okay, now I have a book on relationship advice. Now I have a book on, I don't know, let's say, Fortnite strategies. Then now I have a book. You see, the problem was it was too many genres, so he wasn't really targeting. So most of the emails coming in, they would be hitting his audience, and they simply were never going to buy because the audience was all over the place. And so most of the emails coming would be irrelevant. And that's one of the reasons why joining my self-publishing secrets newsletter list, which you get by just grabbing my checklist, is a powerful tool. And if you're interested in self-publishing, well, then you're the target audience. It's the exact same thing. I use content marketing even on this channel right now. You watch enough of the videos that I'm doing, and as a result, many of my students come directly from these videos as a result. Because why? You know, like, and trust me. We build this over time. We build a relationship. I'm telling you everything I know, but then I'm able to take your self-publishing to the next level with one-on-one coaching. And that's something that many of the fake scammers out there don't do, which is that there's no one-on-one. It's just simply, buy my complicated course or something like that. Whereas I believe that you should keep things easy and we break it down. No matter whether you have no technical background, we can slowly move through the steps in order to ensure you do not feel overwhelmed and you get your book published, and then we can also work on getting it to sell by running ads and such. And I train you how to do everything. So these are a few of the things that definitely will help regarding that. My question for you today is, have you had success with selling on social media? If you have, write yes below in the comments. And if you haven't, write no below in the comments, because I need to know where you're coming from. Thanks, and check out my video above here.